Hi, my name's Joe from GWS Roofing and welcome to Roofing IQ, the channel that makes roofing make sense. Today we're in the Royal Borough of Kensington, Chelsea on this domestic refurbishment. We got this inquiry through an architect that we worked with previously. Unfortunately, the family had replaced this roof only just 4 years ago and it's failing in many areas. If you hang around, we're going to take you upstairs and we're going to show you why it's essential to try and catch these problems early enough to try to avoid the roof replacement costs spiralling out of control. So before we take you up top, we just wanted to briefly talk through the scaffolding. As you can see, we've got a beam side elevation. We've erected this side elevation to not only protect our guys, but it's also very important to protect pedestrians walking past. As you can see, it's an extremely busy junction. In some circumstances, we would need to sit this scaffold on the pavement, which in turn would then need a pavement license. By avoiding it, we've also saved our client some costs because we've not needed to pay for that license. Being that it's a very wet January, this has also helped us as a contractor to avoid those time constraints and just work a bit more freely. So the real main reason for us being here is that this gutter was leaking in many places. The original gutter had asphalt through it. If that asphalt is caught in time, you can repair it, clean it, and do what we've done and apply a carrier membrane followed by the reinforced liquid coating. If you don't catch the asphalt in time and the leaks persist for a while, the asphalt will simply deteriorate to the point where it can be overlaid, and in some cases the timber substrate beneath is also gone. So catching that early enough is essential in being able to keep your ability to get a warranty as cheap as possible. Quite a big part of what we're doing is a lead flashing. The existing asphalt wasn't terminated properly. It was simply just pointed. So once that pointing becomes wet, a lot of the issues were along the upstand. This lead flashing is now protecting this upstand and it's terminated with a lead mastic. Again, this lead mastic in itself is quite important because it will expand and contract with the lead flashing. We're also putting bonnets back on, and this is because the property is in a conservation area. We did have a discussion in regards to whether or not the bonnet should be replaced for a mechanically fixed hip tile. This would have offered a cost saving for the client simply because it's quicker to install, and it's also what we're advised to install through the National Federation of Roofing Contractors. But as I say, because it's in a conservation area, we've had to go back with bonnets. This then also dictated what membrane we used. This membrane is called a Clobber Permo Air, and as far as I'm aware, is one of the only few membranes on the market that's an air open membrane. This ensures that the insulation we've installed is correctly ventilated because you're not going to get ventilation through the mucked on bonnet and ridge. The reason why I'm sat here showing you this parapet wall is because we realised very quickly that the render on this wall was really live, which means that it was literally crumbling in our hands when we attempted to remove the existing flashing. If we don't take care of this render on this parapet, regardless of what warranty we have on the pitched roof, soakers and flashings, parapet gutter, the warranty won't be all encompassing. The parapet will continue to get saturated and the warranty is basically futile. Timing becomes a really difficult thing to manage on a job like this because we've got wet liquids, pitched roofers and a masonry team all needing to arrive at different times, and you're obviously trying to leave each part of the roof perfect. We're also having to do this whilst keeping the roof watertight at the same time. We've got wet liquids, we've got guys cutting tiles above the wet liquids, and then we've also got render guys who need to get in and work off of these battens so we can't progress the tiling too much. All of this is and needs careful managing to both provide an all-encompassing warranty in a decent time frame. So we're replacing this roof, but that doesn't always mean that if there's existing Velux windows, they need to be replaced as well. If you have to replace a Velux, that can sometimes mean internal making good. The plasterboard can be run up to the inside, which will just add to the cost. So in this scenario, these Velux are being kept. We often have to see whether or not the flashing kits can be reused, but they're relatively inexpensive, especially in comparison to what an actual window is to be replaced. So in this scenario, we're going to attempt to reuse the flashing kits, but definitely keep the Velux in place to avoid any additional costs for internal making good at completion. Thank you for watching Roofing IQ. We hope you found this useful. If you'd like to see what else we're up to, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.